some of our amazing middle school math teachers are taking a dive into Imagine Math. And I just kind of wanted to give a refresher on how you assign pathways to students in addition to the ones that they're assigned to based on their assessment. So when you go into your dashboard, and this has to be for 3+, it can't, the pre-K to 2, you're not able to do that. When you go into your home page, you're going to scroll down to Learning Pathways. And you'll see all the grades listed here, but you want to get it down to your grade. So I might be doing grade 6. So it'll give me a list of grade 6 ideas. So there might be some big ideas for math, Common Core. There's some textbooks in here. There's also standards, each one of the standards, so you could click on that. But I'm going to go to the CPM book. So I will click CPM grade 6. And if you want to check out any of these lessons, you can click on these and it will give you exactly what the students will be doing in the lesson. When you go in, it'll show you the standards for the lesson. For some reason, it's not showing on here, but if you go in, it will. And you can actually go in and see exactly what the students will work on. So your next step is to create a pathway. And I'm going to call this my CPM 6th grade pathway. And I'm going to put 6th grade. And then down here, it says use benchmark remediation. So this means that if you click in here, the students can have lessons added or removed from this pathway based on their most recent benchmark results. However, if I'm trying to add this in addition to coincide with my teaching in class, I'm not going to do that because I want them to be covering what I'm covering as well. But I do want to do pathway remediation. I'm going to click that. What that means is if a student gets a problem wrong, it will bump them back to a topic that will support them in that problem. And then as soon as they master that topic, they will get bumped out and put back into the normal pathway. Skip the problem solving process. This is actually a very integral part of Imagine Math, I believe. It's a really great step-by-step that the students really pull out each part of the problem. And I would keep that problem-solving process in. Allow to test out. If you think it's okay if they got 80% or more on the pre-quiz and you allow them to test out, then you can click that. If you don't, then unclick it. Require a pre-quiz. So all the pre-quiz activities, they can't skip it. And I'm going to require that pre-quiz. So I'm going to save this. And as I go down, these are the available lessons. And if you don't want to put all of them in there, or you just want some for now, you can do that. So let's say I'm covering absolute value and I just want to do absolute value. Whoops, sorry. So I push the plus sign and that will put my absolute value lessons in there. And maybe right after that, I might be doing combining like terms. So I have all of these in there. I could put all of the lessons in if I'd like, but if you really want a customized pathway, you can put in what you need for that point. So if you look, there's tons and tons of lessons in that pathway. So I'm going to save this again. When you're ready to assign the pathway, you're going to go to your classrooms. For middle school teachers, they have multiple classrooms. So I'm just going to pick one of Ms. Ferris's classrooms, and I'm going to click on Current Students. And all of the current students will come up. If I want all of my students to have that pathway, I would click up here. If I don't, maybe I'll just want 2 of my kids who maybe need a little refresher in something. I'm just going to click individually. But for these purposes, I'm going to assign the pathway right now. So when I click in, I'm going to go to my custom tab because that's the ones that we create on our own. And I'll click on Lisa's activity, and then I would push enroll. When that happens, the student has the option to do the pathway that is through the assessment that they gave, or the pathway that you're assigning, the CPM 6th grade pathway. So that's how you assign a pathway to a student.